Hey everyone, Cody here. I'm just on a gorgeous hike right now. Give you a little tour. You can see the ocean. Gorgeous. I live in a port city, so oftentimes we'll see some cargo come in, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I love living near the ocean, but that's not why I'm here today. I'm just on a walk. I wasn't really planning on making a video, but I was just thinking about something. Hello. I was thinking about how there's so many guys out there that are hurting inside. They're depressed. They have anxiety. They've reached out for help to multiple sources, multiple people, multiple professionals. They might have even had therapy with some of these professionals. Maybe they went to a healing center. They're still lost. It never clicked. So many people, they think something's gonna come in and save them. And a lot of times, without getting too deep into that quote, they think it's a woman. And, something I want to kind of point out is I feel like that's not exactly your fault. Society, movies, Hallmark movies, TV shows, all these programs we grow up with, like Disney. Looking back, it's always the same story. It's a man or woman not happy with themselves. Instead of taking accountability and crafting their environment, crafting their life, crafting habits, protocols, non-negotiables, disciplines, they seem to look elsewhere. They seem to put all their eggs in one basket. And usually both parties live happily ever after once they get together. This isn't the case. I'm telling you right now, if you're feeling that way, the thought of a woman coming into your life is probably wonderful. All men want a good woman by their side who loves them, is loyal to them. You're the man in their life. You're the man in their world. People will say what they will about females in today's world. Peep this waterfall. But guys, the fact is like, we can't be blaming women. We can't even think about what they're doing. We need to just worry about ourselves. And it's like you're an old school pioneer craftsman. You got your classic Mastercraft tools, right? The old Mastercraft tools before Canadian Tire got a hold of them and ruined a wonderful brand. But these tools, it's not your typical hammer and chisel. They're things like Mother Nature. Your tools are things like the gym. Your tools are things you used to do as a kid or in middle school. My brother is a really talented artist. He can draw anything. I believe some of those skills and talents are kind of passed down to us. My mother is a really creative artist too. I'm finally finding my own little version of art in my videos. And I finally understand that creative outlet. I get it. You need to find your own creative outlet. You might already have one, but you haven't used it in a while. You've forgotten the power of it. Movies, TV shows, school, college, jobs, they all have a way of kind of putting your needs, what's important to you, and what you stand for, and what you're passionate about on the back burner. All those different institutions make you come to the realization Your hopes, dreams, goals, and potential are pointless because maybe someone like your father or grandfather saw potential in you. They saw something in you. And instead of like helping you craft that, unfortunately, you had a father who was still a child, and anything good you did or still do as an adult makes him extremely insecure and jealous. Now, a lot of times in life, we got to deal with people who are like this, and they have absolutely no desire of like being fair or compromising or working something out. It's all about them. They are a complete victim of society. Whenever you try to talk about something real, they just do anything they can to avoid the conversation. They guilt trip you, which is called gaslighting, for even bringing up something. You don't owe these people anything, and I'm telling you again, the best revenge is success. And when I say success, by no means do I mean flaunting it or letting anyone know what you're doing, especially your opponents and the people who are actually jealous and passive aggressive of you and get all weird when you're trying to work on something. They don't deserve any explanation. And when you make it, they don't deserve any explanation either. And like, people are so quick to want to shoot down your hopes, goals, dreams, because to them, it makes them uncomfortable because they work at Save On Foods or they work at a hotel and they think all they need to do to live good lives is work full-time at the hotel and work full-time somewhere else. So they're busy, and that's gonna solve all my problems. These people, when they see you getting creative and expressing yourself and you have good intentions and you're trying to help people, they don't see any of that. All they see is like, you have some videos out and people are interested in you and not them. And the fact that you take away from them for even a second, they go all passive aggressive and weird, and they like try to get you in trouble with your boss and all this weird stuff because your presence makes them uncomfortable. Hello. Your light inside. You don't even mean to. It makes them uncomfortable. They see you growing. You know what it is? You ever notice how it's not because you tell people what you're doing either? You just rub them the wrong way. It's because your light shines. That's your aura. What you do in the dark, in private, comes out on your aura. People can sense darkness, but they can also sense pureness, good energy, trying to be good. They can sense your intentions, and you can only lie for so long to get a certain result before people. The truth always comes out, and usually it's never because someone does the right thing and takes ownership and comes clean. It's just the way the universe works. Good will always prevail, even in times of darkness, even when it seems like all is lost. So back to my original point. Getting a girlfriend like these movies tell you isn't gonna solve the issue. It's gonna make it worse. Because there's two reasons why. Number one, you are simping and obsessing and trying to get a girlfriend with someone who, like, maybe they're out of your league right now, but they're doing nothing. So you're gonna keep progressing. And then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like, thank God these people rejected me, because now I have a completely different life and those people don't align with my values whatsoever, and they never did. I dumbed myself down to fit in because I couldn't be alone. You start getting to that place. You start realizing that, like, how much you've embarrassed yourself to yourself. Option two, you get the girlfriend. What you can get now, if you start working on yourself now for a year, mental, physical, spiritual, the partner you're able to bring into your life will be a lot different than if you just settle now because you're lonely. You can't handle being alone. Our grandparents had to go on the other side of the world to defend our country and leave their wives and kids at home. Do you think they cried? Do you think they performed poorly because they were sad? No. Grow up. Stop letting movies, stop letting Western civilization make you weak. Comfort will destroy you from the inside. The only way you're gonna transcend and get past these hardships is to do the work. No one is coming to save you. Nothing is gonna just automatically happen. You could become a millionaire. You're gonna ruin it. You're gonna get a good job. You're gonna ruin it. You're searching for all these things to solve you. Solve a problem in here, just like I did. And it's like, it wasn't just in treatment either. When I got out of treatment, I got my own little apartment, I got a full-time job, and I became more depressed than I ever was in my active addiction living on the streets of Vancouver. Why is that? Because I have this thing inside of me that longs for stuff, for anything that's gonna take me out of myself and make me feel okay and like distract me. Girlfriend, job, gym, fitness, anything, hiking. I've got this crazy addictive personality where, like, just a stupid example, I used to be addicted to Coke Slurpees when I was a kid. And about 6 years ago, I was living in Prince George and I hadn't had a Slurpee for like 5 years, but I lived right across the street from a 7-Eleven. So one night I decided to get a Coke Slurpee and a pizza. And then a couple days later, I found out I could just get a refill for like $1. Then I'm doing that like every second night, getting a Coke Slurpee. It's all routine, you know? It's like, I don't think maybe there's anything inside the Coca-Cola Slurpee that got me physically addictive. My mind and your mind can get addicted to like routines. That's why routines can become ritualistic. And unless you've been there, I probably sound like an absolute loon. Addicted to getting a Slurpee every night. It's everything that went along with it. So focus on you. The problem is people are getting into other people's business when they should be getting into the gym. So one last view of this beautiful spot. Nothing like Mother Nature. I would choose this over the big city anyway. Any day. Okay. That's how I know I'm blabbing too much. Hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy the autumn sun. Food for thought.